taking off like a Boeing. If the volume spikes, then it's time to trade. Mighty 90 setting up, it's time to get paid. Dr. Chad on the mic, time to get focused. We don't need any indicator, hocus pocus. It's all about the price, just watch it move. Manage your risks so you don't lose. First hour of trading is all we need. Focus on the patience and forget about greed.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's day trading live stream. Today is the last day of the month, April 30th. Had some employment data pre-market and the core PCE price index moving markets lower. They were already down a little bit, but really fell after the 7:30 Central report. S&P down 73, NASDAQ is down 360. Russell's down 32, Dow is down 325. Gold and silver are both red. Gold's down about 0.5%, silver's down over 2%. Let's see, notes and bonds are down a little bit, notes are flat, 10-year yield pretty flat, a little bit green. Oil down almost 1%, natty gas down 2%. Soybeans down 1, wheat and corn are pretty flat. Euro and the pound are both a little bit red. Bitcoin down almost 1%. VIX up over 9%, sitting at 26.42. So, oh yeah, you're right, Watson. Thank you. So the inflation data comes out 30 minutes after the bell. It was just the employment data. The core PCE price index is at 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern. So these are kind of the gap down days are kind of the hardest to trade, in my opinion, for the way I trade directionally. You know, the premiums are going to be juiced. And, you know, it's hard to take puts for me after the market's already had a big drop. And then it's hard to take calls because you don't know when the bounce is coming. So with the index news still pending in 30 minutes, I'm going to be pretty cautious. I'm not that I won't take one early, but definitely needs to be a kind of a really good, perceived, strong setup, in my opinion. NASDAQ, the weakest of the four indices, followed by the Russell, then the S&P, and the Dow is the least weak. There's the opening bell. On my charts here, I've got yesterday's pre-market low. I've got a pre-market low from a couple days ago that I've just marked here as kind of decent levels to watch to potentially trade around. I'm going to wait on my 1DTE. I was considering waiting anyway, and then I forgot about the core PCE with a little bit later delayed announcement. No, not CPI MOL. Core PCE. And some more down movement out of the gate. Got an expected move of almost 60, 59.9 in SPX today. NDX about 243 is an expected move. I'm also going to pause my BIC entries. As far as individual stocks go, the strongest on my board is Seagate Technologies, which is up almost 6%. They had earnings after the bell yesterday. It's not really tradable. It's pretty wide options. I'm not sure why I have it on my list. Verizon is also up almost a couple percent. Pfizer's up over 1%. Visa also had earnings. It is up a little bit. Kroger's green, Baba's green. Everything else is red. Apple's only down 1%, which is kind of the least weak of the big boys. Weakest on my board, SMCI is down 18%. Yikes. Wow. Big drop in SMCI. FSLR is down almost 9%. Yeah, my Tesla calls not so hot, down 5%. I'm just going to go ahead and bail on those. No reason to try to hope for something. I was looking for a gap up potentially with that momentum going into the close. So I'll just take the L on that one. Oh, thanks, Watson. Thanks for rubbing it in. Nvidia's down 3.5. Amazon's down 3. Meta down 3. Bitcoin is down, but only 1%. MSTR's down 2%. Oh, I wonder if it's another cabinet meeting where they go around the room and just tell Donnie how great he is. That's what the last one was. I don't think I'll be participating in that again. All right, so let's see if the market's trying to find a little bottom here. Had a little dip below the pre-market lows, and it's trading right there right now. It is the last day of the month, I was reminded. So I will be doing the last day of the month trade in Power Hour at the end of the day. I was, not thinking that today was the last day of the month, but sure is. No 31 days in April. So Apple had a decent little bounce coming into the open. Sitting right at yesterday's lows currently. Most stocks are below yesterday's lows. Google is right there as well. So did Did they announce who the deal was with? What was the announcement after the market closed yesterday? Did anybody see it? I was listening to financial news this morning, but I didn't hear anything. Oh, there you go, Krish. Your homeland. Did you have anything to do with that negotiation? Good. Good job, Krish. Way to help everything out. S&P moving lower. NASDAQ moving lower. S&P and NASDAQ down to the lows from Monday. NASDAQ and Russell are now down over 2%. S&P down about 37, almost 40 points from the open. Yeah, gold is starting to bounce. Gold going green now a little bit. They're trying to. But definitely not ripping through all-time highs like it was there for a while. It's been in a little bit of a consolidation. It keeps hitting the bottom of that consolidation level and wicking higher, but pretty tight range for the last week or so. Ten-year yields at 4.155 and kind of sliding the last couple weeks. S&P down a cool hundy. Now Bitcoin coming down. VIX back up above 27. Let's see, is there anything holding up at all during this little slide? No, not really. SMCI, which is down 18%, is actually acting the strongest since the open. Apple's now through pre-market lows after it had that little surge coming into the open. Nvidia's down 4%. It's kind of holding above lows of day. It's not flushing like some of these others. Woo! Getting dirty. S&P now down 2%. NASDAQ down 2.5%. Good choice on pausing my 1DTE, it looks like. I don't think it would have been stopped yet. My high VIX version, it's pretty, it gets pretty wide, meaning I can usually see price go well below the expected move. SPX, I have it marked at about 54.38. We're still at 47 here, so probably not stopped yet, but yeah, would not be looking good. Because with the market down like it was pre-market, the options would have been pretty juiced already. But yeah, good pass. It's always good to avoid a loser. MSTR getting crushed now, down almost 5%. This is a broad-based sell-off, my friends. Seagate Technologies is still going up. Pfizer's still green, Verizon, Kroger, and Baba. Pfizer's kind of chopping above yesterday's high. Baba is basically unchanged. S&P starting to see maybe its first little bounce. Did you put that on? What time did you enter that, Moel? Like 10 or 15 minutes after open? Oh, wow. Yeah, so there you go. Those options were already so juiced. If we didn't have core PCE in 15 minutes, I'd probably enter one here. But I wouldn't doubt if we see another flush and rip after core PCE. We'll see. I'm not playing anything for that, but I just don't see any value in entering one at this point. Well, if you're new today, just not a lot to do here, except for observe. But welcome to ask any questions. SMCI is still bouncing. It's only down 17%. PLTR is trying to push up to the high of its range for the day. Watson, nothing really super mechanical. It's more just, if I'm getting if I'm seeing pretty good decay and there's nothing on the horizon as far as big announcements, or basically if I don't perceive the market to move out of range, which we know how that is. If I don't perceive the market to move out of range, then I'll typically keep it, or wait to transform it. If I have some reason to think that it's going to move, then I'll try to transform it a little bit quicker. But I always wait for it to get to about minimum of usually about 15% profit. Usually try to get 20%. That usually gives me a good minimum and maximum profit. Good bang for your buck. So yeah, it's not super mechanical, but that's just kind of how I look at it. Or if there's something the next day that I think might move the market, then I'll transform it to try to anticipate that potentially. All right, getting a little bounce in the indices. Hey, is it Donna? Dhana. Is it Donna or Dana? Donna? Donna. Okay, cool. You had asked a question, and I mentioned I was going to answer it on Power Hour. I don't remember what your question was now, but you weren't there, and now I can't remember. Oh yeah, Spotify. That's right. Oh, that's too late. The answer is, yeah, I didn't trade Spotify. It's tradable. It's not something that I consistently trade. Usually, I just do earnings trades on the big boys. Like today we've got. Let me bring it up here. Today is Wednesday, so we've got Microsoft, Meta, Hood, and Qualcomm after the market closes. So I'll look at Microsoft, Meta, and Hood. I'll look at one or all of those. And what I typically do is look for and I'll do that in Power Hour today. But what I typically do is choose a direction, and then I'll do a broken wing call fly if I'm bullish, or broken wing put fly if I'm bearish, and position the peak of my fly around the expected move, and then give no risk to that side that I'm favoring. Well, the index bounces were met with another sell-off. Bitcoin's still going straight down. Bitcoin down almost 2%. Data is out in about 6.5 minutes here. Donna, did you play it? Tesla still bleeding, down almost 7%. FSLR, yeah, they had earnings yesterday after the bell as well, down 11%. Meta down 4, Amazon down almost 4. S&P trading near lows of day. Yeah, you got to be careful with stocks like that that kind of have lower volume overall. Sometimes their volume bars just don't really matter. MSTR had one too. S&P trading right above its lower expected move area. Bitcoin all down. Well, so much for Bitcoin decoupling from the market for today anyway. Yeah, I was looking at PLTR. I still have some calls. I'm getting ready to... I was thinking about just shedding those, but it is acting not as bad. We'll see what core PCE does. New lows on the indices. Woo, we're getting bloody here. NASDAQ down 2.6%. Looks like Navarro's speaking. Yeah, I don't know what the big drop in SMCI was all about. but it's been strong since the open. Oh, it happened right after the close. Must have been something. Something came out. Ooh, Netflix is getting hammered. SPX breaking below its expected move range. Moel, how's that 1 DTE holding up? No, it's not bad. All right, we got data coming out in 2 seconds. Let's see what we get here. I'd say probably a bounce, a little relief bounce. So the drop in SMCI happened at 3:20, 20 minutes after the market closed. All right, so initial little bounce, little baby bounce. JP Morgan, Goldman, Bank of America all down over 2%. We'll see what price does here. I may take a 1 DTE here pretty soon. Where do you live, Abash? Storms? You got storms going on? Oh, okay. So you're just riding blind, huh? Just trading from your phone? All right, so we got a little 5-minute bounce. Let's see if it's going to hold, or what are we going to do here? After this drop, it'd be a good day for Trump Daddy to announce a deal. See if we get a little bounce. All right, I'm going to see what this bar does, and then I might enter a 1 DTE. Looks like Watson posted core PCE 2.6 year over year. I don't know. I don't ever pay attention to the actual data. I just pay attention to how the market reacts. SMCI still bouncing. Coin trying to bounce. PLTR trying to push above yesterday's lows. MSTR bouncing. So SPX kind of dipped for a second below the expected move range, and it bounced back up into range. NASDAQ never even got down to its lower move. Russell back down to lows. I'm going to wait just a little bit here. NVIDIA is back up to its high of its daily range. It was just kind of choppy. It held up pretty well. No, I would post if I took it. Google getting a nice little bounce. VIX is up 13%. Hit a high of 28.17, back down to 27.39. I mean, I don't see anything I want to trade directionally at this point. Just I might get in a 1DTE here shortly. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap the stream here, my friends. We'll see what the price action brings later this morning and this afternoon, but I don't see anything I want to jump into at this point. So we'll say goodbye for now. We'll be back in Power Hour. Everybody have a good day. Talk to you soon.